we're seeing such big volatility to start this week off is because Moody's, a global financial ratings and risk assessment company, just downgraded the United States credit rating from AAA to AA1.
Credit ratings agency Moody's downgrading U.S. debt to AA1 from AAA over the weekend. The agency citing the budget deficit and rising interest payments on government debt in a high interest rate environment for that cut.
This means that the U.S. has lost its top-tier credit rating from all three major credit rating agencies, including Fitch Ratings, S&P Global Ratings.
Standard & Poor's downgraded the United States back in 2011. Fitch cut the U.S. rating to, back in August of 2023.
These two had previously already lowered the U.S.'s credit rating from AAA to AA1. All this is causing a lot of turmoil and whiplash in the markets. Do not be fooled. Look at what's really happening. Let's talk about what's really going on and what comes next for Bitcoin and crypto. Because all of this sounds bad, and obviously it's not great, but this really isn't that big a deal, and I'll tell you why. It's really more of a lagging indicator, and one that was actually already pretty much priced in since the other two credit ratings did this years ago. And think about it. Long term, this is actually good for Bitcoin as it opens up the doors even more to a non-sovereign reserve asset like Bitcoin. But obviously, this is a negative headline, and all markets saw volatility because of this. Fundstrat's Tom Lee, though, also says, guys, this is not a huge deal. This is actually a buying opportunity.
I don't know if there's much signal in the downgrade Friday because I think the first AAA downgrade was signal from 2011. I don't think Moody's had any information that we didn't have on Friday afternoon. So I think markets should realize the bond market largely priced in the fact that the U.S. is really not AAA anymore. So I'd be viewing this as a buying opportunity.
Higher highs are coming, at least according to Fundstrat's Tom Lee. He's speaking about the stock market here, but we all know how insanely bullish he is on Bitcoin and crypto. So listen to what he says carefully. This is what comes next, according to Tom Lee.
So we reclaim the 200-day. Is that a clear path to a new high, as some of the trading desks suggested this morning?
Yeah, in fact, I think today will be an interesting test. I'm assuming today's pullback's going to be really shallow, might even close positive, because most investors rage sold at the bottom in April, and then they doubted.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Is that your own, or have you heard that other places?
I've heard that. Yeah,
rage sold.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
And so as the markets climb, a lot of people sort of doubted, thought it was a rally that would fail, and so I think there's $7 trillion cash on the sidelines, enormous skepticism from